Right, so this is going to be a quick review of a game my friend and I played. This is the third game we've played against each other. The first I won, the second he did, and this one is probably the best of the three. Bear in mind that the three of us are still very new to the game, so go easy on the criticism. We haven't read any strategy guides and we haven't been playing this game for very long. In fact, he's only been playing it for a day. So anyway, I'll be playing as the blue UEF and he'll be playing as the yellow Seraphim. I'm not sure what the map's name is, but I quite liked it. It's an ice map. So let's do this. I'll split the screen and zoom in here so you can see the individual differences for now. Both gone for a 3 standard extractor opening. Oh, let's speed this up. This is too slow. There we go. I won't be paying attention too much to the base building and economy because it's not very interesting, and we're not pros, so no real point in focusing on what we do with our base, just the battles and the overall map. I'll spend a lot of the game zoomed out. So here's the first difference. I've gone for an air factory as opposed to him going who's gone for a land factory. We both pump out our respective scouts, and I get a good view of the enemy base pretty fast, whereas he has to walk. But there you go, it's air versus land. His also gets destroyed pretty quickly, whereas I get to have a good eyeful. I do decide to land, however, as you'll see in a minute, land next to this extractor because I don't want him. I don't want to risk him pumping out an anti-air unit and shooting down my scout. So I save it for another pass later on. So I land it there. In the meantime, he's expanded faster than me. Already captured 2 extractor points, 3 almost, and I've only captured 2. However, what you might be interested to see here is I've built a transport which will ferry my engineers over to his side of the map to capture back his extractors. In the meantime, he's gone for another land factory and an air factory, and has decided to go for a balance between tank units and anti-air units, whereas I have built another air factory but no battle units just yet. What he actually doesn't realise here is that I'm capturing his builder. He actually didn't realise this in the game either, and well, that's what happens if you get distracted. He's also continuing to build anti-air. This symbol here is an anti-air symbol. I think he's fearful of my air force, as in the first 2 games I went heavily for bombers and gunships, whereas this time I was fearful of his ground force, as in the second game he beat me in 12 minutes with a large ground army. So this time I decided to get one of my own. We've gone for a mix of heavy tanks and artillery, and we'll see how this turns out. Oh no, he's decided to go for my little bit of harassment on my income at the moment. I think he's outnumbered here. I don't think he expected me to have an army as large as I did. Also, the gunship did a very good job in harassing. So that his units were already weak by the time they got to my base. However, they got shot down by these interceptors. However, these interceptors have now landed next to my tanks. Not very clever, I'm sure you'll agree. So bye-bye interceptors. That was a bit of a waste. I've actually built a Seraphim air factory, but I can tell you I won't be using it much. And he's actually Tech 2 already. Has built a shield generator, probably as a result of the first game, where I built 6 tactical missile launchers and I was bombarding his base and he couldn't do anything about it, and that actually won me the game. So this time he's gone for an early shield generator just in case. These bombers are able to do... There's no anti-air in my base at the moment. Oh, it's been built. So these bombers have free reign for the next 0.1 seconds. He was actually going for the wrong target as well, I think. He should have gone perhaps for the radar, which is 10 HP. Instead he went for a factory, which is 9,000 HP. Not very smart there. I'm Tech 2 now as well, it looks like. Continuing to build these anti-air guns. Really, I disagree with that, as he's already had a good chance to scout my base, but he hasn't seen any air units, so I'm not sure why he continued to build that. Anyway, now he's pushing out with some Tech 2 assault bots, harassing my economy a little bit, seeing if he can push through my the front line of my base. But it looks like it's not going to happen for him. More mass. The wreckage his army is leaving me more mass to collect later on. The interceptors being repaired. About to say they should be repaired. Oh, I've actually stolen one of his extractors. My transport must have sneaked over here and taken one. But he caught wind of that very quickly and ended that. Meanwhile, here are my tactical missile launchers being built. Now these things are a big drain on your economy, especially when you've only got this side of the map. Look at this, minus 6 mass, which is a fair bit if you start adding up, so it's minus 12 altogether, and minus 240 power. So these things are quite expensive, but they are quite powerful too if your opponent's not watching. But here we go, 2 missiles. Reducing the energy shield to to 10%. Now the shield is down, and the final missile goes in to destroy the heavy shield. So at this point he's a little bit worried. However, oh, I did continue. I thought I didn't continue. Now oh, he gets it just in time. Did you see that? He raises the shield just in time, and the missiles bounce off of that. And again, he very lucky. So he decides that he should move out and harass me again, but I've prepared for that this time and built a substantial force of tanks and artillery, albeit they are Tech 1 and he has Tech 2 units, but they should still be enough, especially if my Supreme Commander is only there, not very far off. A bomber is testing, but my anti-air gun is still there.